Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing Minecraft, but I talk about bees for 6 minutes. So yeah, I hope you enjoy my amazing bee facts. I've also linked all the websites I got the information from in the description. So yeah, if you want to check them out, that would be cool. Okay, so on with the bee facts. Bees have 4 wings and not 2. They hook them together to form one big pair when flying. The average hive produces about 11 kilograms of honey during a season. 20,000 species of bees live around the world. Honeybees have a dance move called the waggle dance, which is a way of communicating between bees themselves to tell their nestmates where to find the best source of food. If the queen bee dies in a honeybee hive, the workers can create a new queen bee. They do this by selecting a young larva and by feeding it special food called royal jelly. The larva will develop into a fertile queen. All worker bees are female. A bee produces a teaspoon of honey in their lifetime. Bees love blue and love cluster plants like lavender and rosemary. Male bees, drones, have bigger eyes to help them find the queen bee. Bees fly at 20 miles an hour. Imagine a bee flying at you for 20 miles an hour. That would be terrifying. Okay, so anyway, bees have 5 eyes, 3 of which are located on the top of their heads, which gives them the ability to see UV light. An average beehive holds around 50,000 bees. Losing a stinger will cause the bee to die. Honeybees pollinate approximately 1/3 of the food we consume. It takes nearly 2 million flowers for honeybees to make just 450 grams of honey. To create the buzz sound, a bee must beat their wings 200 times per second. Honeybees don't sleep, they just conserve their energy for the next day's work by spending their night motionless. Honey is 25% sweeter than table sugar. Bees have 2 stomachs, one for eating and one for storing nectar. I mean, that's kinda weird, but okay. Bees use the sun as a compass on cloudy days and use polarized light to find their way. A bee can visit 50 to 100 flowers on a single trip for nectar. Bees see all colours except red. There are an estimate 2 trillion bees in the world. That's so much, but okay. Bumblebees get hungry easily and have to feed often to keep their work going. Bees have 3 pairs of legs. These pairs found in the bee's middle, back and front, composed of 6 sections. All the bees' legs help them produce and pollinate honey. Vinegar solution will kill bees fast. During winter, bees huddle for survival. Bees have straw-like tongues which they use to collect nectar. A bee's honeycomb is the perfect hexagon, and each has an angle of 120 degrees. Bees can identify the scent of fear in humans. This causes them to attack, as they anticipate the hive will be disturbed. Bees can chase you for 1/4 of a mile. I would really hate to be chased for that long, because bees will not give up for 1/4 of a mile. When bees get aggressive and excited, a swarm could chase you and sting you simultaneously. This is very threatening. Honeybees usually hide their hives. When they stay there for a few weeks, regular smoke or homemade solutions won't make them leave. It's extremely hard to remove a honeybee colony. Bees can solve basic maths. Due to the fact that they solve the distance and the shortest routes between the flowers they visit, studies have shown that bees can identify and count up to 4 and recognize the concept of 0. Bees react to dark colours as their eyes perceive it more, so they are most likely to attack it. I do not want to wear dark colours around bees ever again. I will be attacked. Bees are found on every continent except for Antarctica. Bees feed on nectar and pollen, the former primarily as an energy source and the latter primarily for protein and other nutrients. The antennae usually have 13 segments in males and 12 in females. The abdomen has 9 segments, the hindmost 3 being modified into the stinger. Bees not only help with food crops, but they also pollinate wild plants. Honeybees are responsible for 30 billion a year in crops. They pollinate 70 of around 100 crop species that feed 90% of the world. If bees went extinct, we would lose all plants that bees pollinate, all of the animals that eat those plants, and everything higher up in the food chain. The type of flower that bees take their nectar from determines the flavour of honey. The honeybee is the only insect that produces food eaten by humans. Honeybees must consume about 17 to 20 pounds of honey to be able to biochemically produce each pound of beeswax. The queen bee lives for about 2 to 3 years. A populous colony may contain 40,000 to 60,000 bees during the late spring or early summer. Bees are essential to a healthy environment and healthy economy. We rely on them and other insects to pollinate most of our fruit and vegetables. But bees are under threat, and without them, so is our food and economy. It is vital that we educate ourselves and make our gardens and streets and communities bee-friendly. Solitary bees tend to be smaller, and their family unit is made up of a single pair. Solitary bees include mason bees, leafcutter bees, and mining bees. Known causes of bee decline include changes in land use, habitat loss, disease, pesticides, farming pesticides, pollution, invasive non-native plant and animal species, and climate change. Bee pollination is important both ecologically and commercially, and the decline in wild bees has increased the value of pollination by commercially managed hives of honeybees. The ancestors of bees were wasps, which are predators of other insects. The switch from insect prey to pollen may have resulted from the consumption of prey insects. These were flower visitors and were partially covered with pollen when they were fed to the wasp larvae. Bee colonies have unique scents. Through this they can identify invaders. A queen bee could survive a sting due to the fact they have smooth stingers which can easily pull out of skin. Bees hate peppermints and will avoid it. And on that note, I think we're done here. I will avoid peppermint like bees, okay? Let's just get to the end of this video already. Now that I've made you just sit through this painfully long bee facts video, you can have a rest, be free, be free from this bee facts. Your ears are probably bleeding right now. I mean, I know I'm already dead from this, but anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.